My name's Paige Rader, and I'm doing the location of the different features of the brain. So the sulcus is an invisible line that's going left and right of the brain. It's almost in the parietal lobe going into the frontal lobe. The fissures is on the inside of the brain, and it's the deep lines that go deep down into the brain. Here's a very clear, it's really hard to see on the camera, but there's a very clear line of a fissure in the front. The gyrus is actually between the sulcus, so it's like the sulcus, the lines, the sulcus, and then the gyrus, and then there's another sulcus. And then the frontal lobe, I've already pointed that out. It's just the front part of the lobe of the brain. The parietal lobe is like the middle of the brain, it's on top. The occipital is in the back of the brain, just above the cerebellum. The temporal lobe is on the sides. On a human, it's like above the ears. And then the longitudinal fissure, it splits the brain into right and left halves. It's the line that goes, you can see it clearly on the video. Pons, I'm gonna use one half of the brain. They're like a little ball-like thing that's right in front of the cerebellum, and then the medulla is actually right underneath it, underneath the pons. The transverse fissure is the back line of the brain, so it separates the cerebellum from the occipital lobe. The corpus callosum is what I explain it as the inside. There's like a little line hole type thing. It's that thing. The lateral ventricle is in front of the corpus callosum, so it's like another line, almost like the fissure. It's a fissure. And then the arbor vitae is in the cerebellum, and it kind of looks like a little tree. They're like white little veiny type things. And I'm pretty sure that's all the things that I had to point out of the sheep brain.